Right, so I'm super excited to show you our new project. This is something we hardly ever do. First of all, when we do a house, we're looking at all the comps in the neighborhood because you got to look and see what can I exit at? How much can I actually sell it for? And back your budget back in. But once in a while, you find something that's truly a diamond in the rough, like a golf course view. Golf course views are always a premium. Think about like a coastal view. A house on the beach in California is worth so much more than the house across the street. And that's what we have here. This is the original golf course, the original country club in Arizona, or in Mesa. This is designed by Pete Dye. Those of you who are golf course people or golf people, you understand who Pete Dye is. This is an awesome, awesome opportunity for us to take this kind of a view and turn it into such a gem, but working with this house. So now look and see what we have to work with, right? Beautiful swimming pool, dive right in. Roof, great condition, air conditioner, top of the market. Obviously, we're gonna have to fix those things, right? But while we're doing it, what else can we do with this house? How can we turn this house into something that really optimizes this view and make it beautiful, something super desirable? When we go inside, I'm gonna show you why we did this, but we literally tore this whole roof off just so that we could raise this up and make it square. The roof used to be a shed roof. Think about your back patio, okay? And so I want to turn this into a really cool master bedroom with views of this golf course. But to do it, can't have a slanted ceiling. So we needed to tear the roof off, jack it up, reframe it in, and then again, over here, like you see this little door? Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a door like that there. So when you walk in the house, you see this view right away. When you walk in this master, you see this view right away. When you're like this whole house is gonna be catered or centered around capturing the view of this golf course. All right, so here's the entry. I wanna show you what we're doing, right? We're gonna move this entry. Come on in. So what we wanna do is we'll close this off. Actually, we're gonna open it up. So we'll delete all of this. And you can see this extra square footage we capture. You capture square footage, you add it. When you're $300, $400 a square foot, that thing pays for itself anyway. So we make the room more open by capturing the square footage, first of all. Second of all, instead of that little door, we'll have a big door with lots of glass, which will bring a lot of light into the house. And then third of all, I talked about this outside, I'll put a big 8-foot wide glass door over here, which will do nothing but capture the view of the golf course. So you walk into a home, it's going to be very, very open, and it's going to be a big view of the kitchen. Now, this used to be the kitchen, just right here. From here to here, like a little galley kitchen. We deleted the whole thing. And then this was a dining room. We tore out the wall. This was part of a bedroom. We tore out the wall. So we could make this a really big kitchen. So you have this massive great room. We'll have big L bank of cabinets that go here. Again, we'll have, obviously those blinds will be deleted. You'll see out and it'll be, you walked into a big great room. Since we're right here, I'll just show you. You can look through this wall and see, this used to be a bedroom. Well, we put a wall here. It's 2x6 construction so we can fit the plumbing in it. And so this will be a laundry room. That gives somebody a nice indoor laundry where the laundry used to be in the garage. Nobody likes that. You see these lines on the floor? This is where we're gonna be cutting in the sewer lines, okay? We have to bring water and sewer. Second of all, coming back here following this line, bam, this is because this will be a huge island, 4-foot by 8-foot island. It's gonna have a sink in it, a dishwasher in it. Again, you have to have a drain. So now this big open kitchen, view of the golf course, nice indoor laundry, and a big great room. The master bedroom in here was terrible. It was tiny little cut closet, tiny little window. It doesn't even count as a master bedroom. If you're gonna sell a house like this, you need to have a real master bedroom. So here's what we're gonna do, right? You see this wall right here will be part of the closet. You'll walk down a nice little hallway, okay? Big 8-foot closet on this side, and then what used to be the laundry in the garage, deleted the wall, moved, like see again the line, that's moving the sewer, okay? Pushing it all down there, but that makes also this be where we can have a big master shower, dual vanities over here so that somebody has this big, grand, nice master bathroom, a little private room where the toilet will go, and then what was the family room, again, follow me carefully, coming into this room that is now going to be the master bedroom. Everybody, at least women, want to have 2 closets, right? They want their own closet. So this will be the man's closet, second closet. Third of all, this is that big door I'm talking about. We're just going to repurpose it and push it over there so you're looking out it when you walk in. And then remember how I talked about raising the ceiling so it'd be squared off? So this is this big master bedroom, window on one side of the bed, window on the other side of the bed. Here's the bed goes, look at all the light, and what's the view? Well, out the windows, it's the golf course. And out this, it's the pool. So here we are, and we're gonna take this door out, this little solid door with no light. We're also gonna take all this space here and add it, right? So every one of these feet that we get, that's like 5 feet, come all the way over to here. We add that, whatever, that 60 feet. That's gonna be $300 a square foot that we're getting out of the home. That's $18,000. It pays for all of that rental and then some of the other. But not only that, we get this big door with side lights. This room is a whole lot more lit up, not to mention the fact it's so much more open. I mean, instead of being here when it's back there, this room feels so much bigger. So this is really like the entry and the first impression of the home. Another thing that we do when we're doing something like this is raise these ceilings. But to raise the ceiling, like in a hallway like this, here you have this narrow hallway. Here was the ceiling line. It had to be at this height because here was your air conditioning duct. So you have a chase that runs all the way through this. It creates this really small, narrow feel. So when we just raise it from a 6'8" lid up to an 8-foot lid, it feels so much more open, so much more expansive. But you create a problem for yourself, which is how you're gonna get air conditioning. So part of this process for us has to be not just opening it up, re-insulating it, but running all new ductwork. So when we put a new air conditioning system in, we get a lot more efficiency, the house is cooler for less money, and also the people who buy it are also looking at, well, what kind of maintenance could I have coming at me? When they know that I have a brand new air conditioning system, I'm probably good for 20 years. I have a brand new roof, I'm probably good for 20 years. I have new insulation, I have a more efficient house. So all of these things add value to the buyer, even though they don't really add square footage. Obviously, when we buy a house, there's a reason, right? I mean, why is somebody selling us their house for cash and not listing it on the MLS?
Yeah, well, in this case, you know, we see what we're doing here, but the gentleman who owned it, he was a young retiree, you know, like in his 50s, and he ran into a health problem. I mean, basically he broke his hip inside the socket. He couldn't get it repaired because of a lot of reasons, but he stayed here as long as he could, and he got more and more immobile and couldn't keep up with things until he got to the point where he physically could not live here anymore.
Right.
And things just kind of got away from him.
Right.
But all the money in the world he had was the equity of this house.
Right.
But it wasn't sellable just because.
No, not at all.
It just wasn't sellable. So he called us up. You actually worked with him directly, figured out how we could get his equity out of here for him on his timeline so he could have some money, so he could move and get out. And now he's got, you know, several $100,000. He can reset his life, get his health, get his hip work done, and get himself taken care of.
You know, and it's probably not something we should advertise, but it does happen for us that there's like that, the sympathy card, right? The human side of what we do. Like, it's sad.
I know.
You remember when we're here and it's like, we really just wanted to like get our clothes off, get dirty and help this guy move because of how hard it was for him.
He was all alone, and he get me going, but he's trying to get the dining room table apart. The guy's got a broken hip, and it's
then
tough.
Once we closed and he needed a couple of days, and it's like he had his money, he's supposed to be out. Our contract has it to where we can keep it, you know, keep at least part of it.
Right.
And he calls and he's super stressed, and I go, man, it's okay. How many days do you need? He needed 2 more days.
Right.
So give him the 2 days, let him get his stuff out. It didn't hurt us at all.
Right.
But like a lot of times for us, the human side of this is what you and I both get off on so
right,
much.
Exactly right.
Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you can see all of our future projects that we have going on.